Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 90th episode of the Geeks.
90.
10 away from 100.
Wow.
We've come so far. I'm Travis Smells. Happy holidays to everyone in the Christmas spirit. You can get mad at me. I celebrate Christmas. I don't celebrate the holidays.
That's
I
a
celebrate
weird hat, actually.
It's a great hat. It's pink. It has diamonds, real diamonds.
Real diamonds?
Yeah, real diamonds. I had to kill, I can't speak about it.
A diamond salesman for him?
Maybe. JJ knows the story. But either way,
we'll ask him.
Pink and green are my favorite colors, so.
Right, yeah, it's just not what a Christmas hat should be.
But it's what a Christmas hat can be, ladies and gentlemen.
That's what we're here on Beavers, is proactive movements for the all communities.
We're just talking about Christmas hats today.
I am the Owl Exterminator, Dylan Muss.
I am Bruce Cruz.
Bruce Cruz. The porn star version of Tom Cruise.
Ooh.
I'm his brother, Bruce Cruz.
Well, I mean, when you look like Tom Cruise, you can get some work.
Oh yeah, Bruce Cruz.
Some people will definitely hire you.
Yeah. Heck, I'd watch a video of that.
Wow.
Oh.
And finally, we're joined by
the Autobot Taylor Field.
Wow. First of all, when you said Al, I'm not even gonna talk about that. When you mentioned Alex Terminator, is that a video game thing, or have you been going around?
It's another Futurama reference.
Okay.
Pretty much, if you don't know what my name is, it's typically Pink Floyd, Steely Dan, or Futurama reference. That's about 90% of my names.
Mine are wrestling comics, or someone that makes a fake YouTube account of me.
Nice.
So, housekeeping. If you haven't checked out Taylor's and I Match, go check that out. Thank you for the reception. Lots of people have been liking that, So, like I said, the loser, whether the person that won or, cheated, the loser will say what they need to say on the very first episode of 2017, so we'll get to that in the future. The Geefers guys...
If they're not dead.
Yeah. We don't know. That's 3 weeks from now.
Even though they're both here. But
think about, we could have, a real Y2K something.
Right.
Y217.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The pink hamper grade.
We do like to look ahead, yeah.
Yeah. 2017 prediction, the world's ending, no. And then other housekeeping is the podcast, as you see, this is, many days earlier, the next 3 weeks up to Christmas. We're busy. Nice. We're all over. Imagine that would have hit the camera. Just fell.
That was the one thing I was trying to not hit.
But
so pretty big margin, a couple meters.
So the cast will be all over. This is an early episode next week. Star Wars Rogue One finally, so that'll be good. We're having Assassin's
That's
Creed.
next week.
Yeah, next week already.
Yeah, next Thursday.
I got my tickets.
Yeah, me too. Assassin's Creed review is gonna be on a Wednesday. We're gonna have a bloopers episode which will pop up. So in the next month, don't bank on. We'll have one episode a week for sure, but don't bank on that Saturday time slot because we gotta roll with the time.
Mm-hmm.
So.
The solution to that is you subscribe on iTunes and it just downloads it for you.
Or YouTube or Twitch.
Yep.
We're getting our plugs out of the way right out the bat. Yeah. Let's do some movie news. Let's talk about Guardians of the I forgot the full title. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 official teaser trailer.
The official.
What did we all think about this? We'll start with the Transformer t-shirt wearing Taylor Field. What did you think about this trailer for the much anticipated sequel of a Marvel movie?
I wasn't even expecting it. I was scrolling down, I'm like, oh, this is supposed to 8 minutes ago, as opposed to when you were saying hours and hours later.
Yeah, because they said it's gonna be happening during the sports game, and then just drop. Same thing we were talking about Offcast Taylor and I, that they're like, oh yeah, Transformers exclusive trailer with Star Wars. It's no, it's there. And there's rumors Spider-Man trailer might come out this week, so it's that means nothing anymore.
Yeah. Well, as I said, I just saw it and I played it, thought it was great. I love Drax in the first one, and now even more so, I feel like he was really fleshed out a bit more. And that's what is this innocent humor. You must be so embarrassed. He's just calling it out as he sees it, and that's just what that's what gets me.
That's the general consensus I've seen from the internet is people are loving Drax.
Yeah.
And his role in the trailer.
Yeah.
Definitely. I like how he has a lot more personality. And it seems he'll probably have a much bigger role in this film too, I feel like.
I think so, yeah. Because in the first one, he's a great character, but he's more just kind of narrow-minded, and you get they make a big deal that he doesn't like them technically. We're at the end, so yeah, I can see.
Well, yeah, I feel like the first one, since it was still a new kind of set of characters that most people haven't heard of, they were putting Chris Pratt up there as like the main star to bring in the attraction. So he was like, I think he was in the first like majority of the movie. Like
he's in there for a good like 25
he
minutes.
Introduced
So
it, yeah.
Gamora.
So I think people like these characters and know these characters now, so they're probably going to have more balanced screen time. I would imagine.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm excited to see what I'm hoping Star-Lord uses mask a bit more because I love that's
that's not gonna happen.
No, but like in
That's
the first
Chris Pratt.
one, in the
Look
first
how much
one,
Captain America has his fucking mask.
I know, but I can hope.
And
like,
Robert Downey.
I love the mask, the look of his whole suit and everything like that. So it was cool to see it like just for the couple scenes in the first one, but like it was cool to see him like that one clip. He turns it's this thing.
It's in the trailer. That's probably the only shot.
Probably, but I like it. I like his whole suit, his blasters and stuff, and
Cool.
yeah.
Nice.
Tyler, overall, what did you feel about the trailer?
I thought it was good. It didn't reveal too much, which I thought was good. It.
Yeah, they're kind of just going around popping off.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of like
stuff.
revealing the whole plot points of the movie, it's like here are some cool things that happen that'll get you excited, and I got excited by those cool things. I feel like they're missing a cast member. I don't know why. I feel like there's one more person.
Is it just because Groot is smaller?
It probably is.
I noticed that too. I felt like
or are
there's
you
a
guys
person
thinking
missing.
of Yondu, maybe the blue guy, who was kind of
Was it
not
the bad
necessarily.
guy?
What? No, he's like Peter Quill's friend. In the first one, remember he's
That
like
might
the
be
other
it.
junkie guy.
Yeah. Him
Not
with like
junkie.
the
Junkie.
yeah. No,
I don't think he was in it that much though, was he?
he wasn't in it.
No,
a
but he
lot,
played an integral role at the end, and he's gonna be playing a big one in this one. He has
Yeah, I
his
was gonna
comic
say,
book
I feel like he's-
Finn in this one. He has a big fin, and he apparently in Comic Con they showed a really cool scene. Apparently, there's rumors he's gonna be a part of the actual like kind of squad. So
Right.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
I was wondering if there's like from the comics even if there's more Guardians of the Galaxy and if they're gonna bring in more.
technically, right now Venom is one in the comics right now.
Oh, okay.
And she just stopped, but Kitty Pryde of the X-Men, Shadowcat, was one as well, because she's married to Peter Quill in the comic books.
Interesting.
Will not happen in the movies, because X-Men...
Is there any that like aren't like closely tied to other like Venom's obviously Spider-Man?
Not really, no, because the Guardians for majority were always like this little
original
offshoot thing.
squad?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
like there's other members, like at the end of the trailer you see Mantis, but it's always like other members who aren't that big. I think they just start adding bigger characters because Guardians blew up. So like, add Venom in there, add Kitty Pryde, So
Right.
and like Star-Lord got his own comic, so he left the Guardians. So
Right. Okay.
So yeah.
Nice. Cool. I like how they put a new because in the first trailer that they showed they just had a song from the first movie, which is which I actually liked that at the time, but it's cool that they are showing off that they're gonna have the Awesome Mix Volume 2 as well.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know what that song is, but that's the thing is
on
they
Run.
pick songs that like you've probably heard once or twice in your life, but they're like that's an awesome song, yeah.
I really liked how they changed the tone of the trailer too, because the first one was a bit of a more serious tone. I felt.
Yeah, they
and
got
this one
Choke
was
at
a
the
lot
end.
more upbeat and
Yeah.
just like having fun.
Because the first
Fair
one they
enough, yeah.
slowed it down the song and they made it kind of dark, and I wasn't worried, but I was kind of like, I don't know if they need to be going this route.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
this time it's like more serious. Like I don't think that's what people love about the Guardians movie.
totally.
So yeah, I'll echo it. I thought it was great. I think the two takeaways is obviously we already talked about the person that I think will still in the movie is Drax. I love Drax in the first one, but between both trailers, the first one, the hug one kills me every time I see that when he gives Chris Pratt the hug, and this one when he's just like, "You're so embarrassed, like do me," like he's and it's so funny for myself who's seen him like grow over the years from being just like this bodybuilder to like a wrestler to this. Like I feel really happy for Dave Bautista, and the other one is. And everyone said this, but like Baby Groot is going to be like the hottest selling toy next year. Like,
So good.
yeah, that's gonna be Christmas ornaments. That's gonna be what your mom buys, your little cousins or whatnot buy, or nephews and nieces. Like that trailer, like the two moments that I love, like the button pushing one is good, but I love when he just picks up the bomb and he's just running like I am Groot, and then when he's running after that guy. And I like that still showed that he's small, but he's gonna have some powers that could like mess some people up because he clearly like takes that guy down and throws him around and whatnot. So that was always my thing is like, oh, is he just gonna be there for comedic value? But it looks like he can do some stuff.
Yeah,
I
totally.
do wonder how much he's gonna stay Baby Groot by the end of this. Like I wonder how that's gonna go.
I figure he'll probably stay like what he is in the trailer for this movie, and then probably every subsequent movie, or I guess
Teen.
well, because is there another Guardians movie next? They're probably in
No, there'll
Infinity
be
War
Infinity
before
War, yeah.
the next Guardians
So
movie, right?
I think he'll be at least bigger size by
maybe
the time
maybe what they'll do is like at the end of the first one, how they hinted that he's not dead and that he's just this little growing thing. Maybe at the end they'll show a clip of like him like a year down the road or something like that.
Growing.
Because I feel like to go from what he is in that trailer to whatever he'll be in Infinity War, which is maybe something more.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be a strange, like kind of weird if they just skip to that.
Yeah, I agree, and I think you need him at that size because they're gonna have Thanos messing up all these people. I guess like a question I'll pose to you guys. This is one thing. Like, I guess it's kind of a comedy. Like, you think of comedy sequels, you think of something like The Hangover or whatnot. Like, do you think everyone's loved these trailers so far? They're really excited. Do you think it's going to be possible to match the first one? Not even do better, but just kind of match? Because, like, that's my only fear going with this is, like, a movie that everyone loves so much. Mm-hmm. And so far the trailers are killing, so they're doing a good job. I'm not worried, but I think it's a good question to pose because it's just, like, it's in that thing where it's just like, oh, the first one's so great. And I just worry a little bit. Just very, very, like, a 0.5. Yeah. That, like, walking
one thing I was going to mention is... there was very little like Gamora in this trailer. Like even scenes that she was in, she didn't say anything really. No. She was just kind of there. So, and I mean, she seems like a more stern character even from the first one. She's more serious. So, I'm thinking that there's probably like a more serious storyline going on here. And then in the trailers, they're just showing off like some cool action scenes and some jokes, just to, like as a marketing kind of thing. And maybe they're trying to hold back on like what the actual story is. Yeah, like what you were saying. Mm-hmm. And so I think maybe she's like kind of the key component of that because I was kind of wondering where she was in that trailer because she's the only one who isn't. She doesn't get a moment. She's not really present. No.
Yeah. Like I guess I just equate to like you look at like and people still say they're good movies, but you look at like Iron Man, then everyone says like, "Oh, Iron Man 2 is lesser," and same thing with Avengers. Like everyone loves Avengers, everyone says like, "Oh, Ultron's a bit lesser," and that's the thing. Like that's my only worry if people like and myself be like, "Oh, it's gonna be great no matter what." But that's happened a lot of these past few years of like, "Oh, the first one just blows everyone so much, or the expectations are so high," and that's the only thing I feel like this could suffer from is the expectations being so high. Tyler and Taylor, do you agree with that, or do you think it could match that, or what?
I think it'll match it. Mm-hmm. I think with like how you were saying, you were thinking they're gonna probably go for like a bit more of a serious tone, and I think that like if they tried to do the same thing with that like kind of lighthearted, kind of upbeat sort of movie that the first one was, I think if they tried to match that and do the same thing, then I don't think it would match it.
So you feel like they do need more?
Yeah, I think they need to change it a little bit and go after like a different sort of tone and make it a little bit more serious. And I think if they do that well, it can definitely match it, and if not, be better because they're not necessarily directly comparable.
Yeah.
And also the fact that it's like it's not coming out 8 years later. And
oh yeah, no, that's a big thing. Yeah, because that happens a lot with comedy sequels. But so. Taylor, where are you in this camp?
I think it's gonna match it, maybe do a bit better. To be honest, I think that the people that were behind it, they made the first one so well, so they obviously knew what people wanted to see in the first place, and they're gonna invest that into obviously the sequel. And I think they're going to be able to take it further in a way that they know what the people want to see. Yeah. Because they've experimented with it already with like I don't even know how many Marvel movies now. Yeah. So they know what to do and what not to do. And I think with a sequel for this, they'll do a really good job. Because the trailer, when I saw the first trailer for the first Guardians, like I was like, oh, like I'll check it out. It looks really cool. But this one, like it really has me interested because I know these characters now. Yeah, and true. So many people they know these characters and they're gonna want to see what's going on.
Yeah, I think money no problem.
Yeah, I think it'll like there's no way it'll be a bad movie. But I'm wondering. I'm trying to think back to when the first Guardians came out. Like, if people were blown away, like, from the trailers and they thought, wow, this is going to be, like, a really good movie, or is when they actually saw it? Because at that point, obviously, most of us, like, I don't even think you really knew the characters.
No, like, I knew mostly Star-Lord and the rest of them. Like, I know who they are, but, like, oh, yeah, that's Rocket, but I couldn't tell you. Don't know.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think back, and, like, I can't remember if I because I obviously love the first movie, but I'm trying to remember if it was from the trailers that it kind of sold me, or if it was when I actually saw it.
I think it was definitely the movie that sold me, not the trailers.
I think the trailers helped it because I remember the trailers being kind of weird and different, and like the trailers used like the Ooga Chugga song. But I think it was the movie because I think it was that people initially went to go see it because I think the first thing was. This movie was announced. Everyone was like, "This is gonna be kind of their first bomb." And when it came out, it like reviewed like very well, like very like over like expectations. And I think it was like the greatest example of word of mouth. I think people just saw it, and I think word just spread so far between friends and social media. Like I said this when I see the promotion, but even throughout the weeks, there's people I'd never seen love comic book movies that were posting on like my Facebook, like, oh man, this movie's so great, like Marvel's best film and whatnot. So I think it was just the hype of that film got like people going. So I think it was a bit of both, but I think it is more once you sat down. And I think because maybe people had lower expectations because they're just like nobody characters, right? So you're like, oh, this could be like a fun summer movie, you know, like Kill a Weekend.
Chris Pratt's funny.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, it looks weird. It looks like they're like comedic Star Wars, you know. It's like, oh, sure, and Marvel does good. And I think once people sat there, they realized, oh, this is something more than just like a kind of a popcorn flick.
Were we doing the podcast when the first one came out, or
no?
I can't remember.
That was 2014, Taylor.
Oh, I can't remember.
We would have fucking reviewed it.
Okay, I couldn't remember. Cause, like, I couldn't remember.
We didn't even know each other in 2014.
Yeah, we did.
No, did we?
Yeah, we worked together.
What? When Guardians came out? I don't think so, bub.
Yeah, we worked together. It's alright.
I'll 100% say no. Anyways, continue. We'll look into it and let the viewers know in the future.
Like I saw the movie like a couple weeks. It was
in the podcast. So.
I saw the movie a couple weeks afterwards. It came out, and still I wasn't expecting it to be full. But when I walked in, I had trouble getting 2 seats because it was packed. And I thought, oh, this movie must be really anticipated. So,
who were the 2 seats? Because like you,
me and my girlfriend.
Sure. No. Yeah. Anything else we got to say on Guardians? Anything else we want to throw out there?
When does it come out?
May. Not that much longer.
Ooh.
We got like all these movies coming. We got Logan in March, May's Guardians, and Wonder Woman. We got a lot of comic books back to back, so it's gonna be an interesting year, you know. So speaking of interesting or lack thereof, let's get the elephant out of the room. Transformers: The Last Night released the first trailer. I think we'll go the other way this time because you're gonna end up on a high. I'll start by saying I saw the first Transformers, didn't like it. I've not seen them all fully throughout the way. I've seen them on TV, friends have watched them, blah, blah, blah. I think no one could name me a blockbuster series that is more lazy, more heartless, more boring, more painful to watch than these movies. I know Taylor loves it. I know lots of people love it. These movies are fucking billion-dollar movies. I don't get it. I think they're garbage. And this is not talking the trailer. We're getting the trailer. I just think the series as a whole, worst blockbuster franchise of all time. Awful. All from start to finish. I'd watch all the Twilights before I had to watch these. Because at least that's bad funny.
I wouldn't do that.
It's bad funny. These are just sad bad. These are do-over bad. Like, not to the level, but just that we're like, I'm just not entertained. So the trailer alone, and I think the trailer, this is the funny thing, before... I would say that Transformers has always been really good at cutting trailers and making their movies look really good. I don't think this one really does it. I think it
was a pretty cookie cutter trailer.
Yeah, I think it's very generic.
It looked like it followed the exact same formula that every Transformers.
Well, yeah, and like there's Nazis in this one, and Merlin's in this one, and Anthony Hopkins in this one. I feel like they didn't really use any tools, and it did the classic thing of like the big. And first of all, Anthony Hopkins sounded like he was asleep the whole trailer while he narrated. Just like Optimus Prime is gone. Like he sounded like he had no life. Like listen to him in The Grinch. And listen to him in this. Like, you can tell, like, when he cares about something. This is just a paycheck for him. But, like, the whole setup for the trailer is, oh, Optimus Prime is gone. What are we going to do? Okay, the trailer's not that good, but at least it's a hook. And then the trailer ends with, oh, Optimus Prime is back, and he's mind-controlled, and he's alive, and he's here. Awful trailer. I'll not be seeing this already, but just, like, even then, I couldn't even say, like, the trailer alone is good. So, for me, yeah, I want this to go away. I hope this makes a fucking $1 at the box office. I hope it's Taylor that gets
$1.
Yeah, $1. Like, if no one sees it the first weekend, it's that bad. They start selling tickets at like $0.01, so they can get 100 people to go see it. I want this franchise out of my life.
Brutal. How do you follow
I
that?
would watch Suicide Squad many times because you know what? I know they're fucking trying at least.
All right. Well. I guess I'll try to be a little bit more optimistic here. This is the 5th Transformers movie?
It's the 5th one.
I think I saw the first one, and maybe like a solid half an hour of the second one.
You're a big Shia LaBeouf fan, aren't you?
I like him more from like the meme perspective of it. But no, if this movie had Shia in it, like I probably wouldn't see it, but I'd be more incentivized to see it, and I probably would have liked the trailer more just because Shia, what a guy, right? Like what a guy. You know, he's part of my childhood. He's gone insane or something. Man. Yeah,
he's definitely gone insane.
But I love me some Shia. Let's see. I think the trailer. Yeah, there was a lot going on. Like, yeah, there was some Nazi stuff going on. There's lots of destruction. It kind of like they could have. I think they should have made it like Transformers, like Apocalypse. Like that's what the title should have been. Like this looks crazy. I'm wondering. I'm wondering where they're going to go after this, because it looks like they're destroying the whole planet. There was even like a... I don't think it was Earth, but there was some planet colliding with another.
It was the moon and what's rumored to be a Unicron. Yeah.
The unicorn.
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm not going to see it then.
Yeah,
They fight a bunch of unicorns.
They're really... Because I feel like in the last ones, it's just been robots fighting each other. I'm sorry if that's wrong, but yeah. Now
that's the truth.
And now they're destroying planets and stuff. Like, wow, I'm wondering what's... Is this the last one? I doubt it. It's probably still to make them money. Where are they going to go next? That's what I want to know. I will say there was a cool scene in like some strange exotic dragon transformer flying around. That's pretty cool, I guess.
Mark Wahlberg was "Come with me" in his voice, and he took me completely out of it because I'm like, Mark Wahlberg's there.
Oh yeah, Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, he's like, "Come with me." He's like, "Why are you here?"
There was a child in there who wanted to fight the Transformers. I'd like to see her try that. That'll be interesting.
You said it was Rey. Do you think it's Rey?
It kind of looked like Rey at first.
Do you think Optimus Prime is Rey's dad?
Ooh. That's something I've considered actually. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'll see this one just because I am not too invested in the story. Mm-hmm. If Shia was in there, I'd be more invested. I'm not. Sorry, bring Shia back.
Shia Raya.
Hashtag save Shia.
Hashtag save animal.
But yeah, I mean, as a trailer, as a viewer, I was just a little confused, like what exactly is going on.
Yeah,
and that's not necessarily a bad thing. We were just talking about in Guardians, we don't really know what's going on either. But yeah, I don't know. This seemed like they spliced like 4 or 5 different movie, like apocalypse type war movies together.
I heard that exact same statement from someone else I talked to about the trailer. So you're not the only one that think that. Someone's like, this just feels like a montage of all the movies like put together.
I don't think it was. I don't think it was a good trailer. I don't think it was a bad trailer. It was just like. There's just a lot. There's a lot going on, and I don't know what it was really.
That's Transformers.
That's my insight for you folks.
The last night.
Yep. I feel like of all the plot points in the movie that they could put in the trailer, they chose the single wrong one.
Which is the Prime.
Which is the fact that Optimus Prime is not gone and is back and also evil apparently. Mm-hmm. Like. Other than that sign, like the entire trailer showed no part of the story. It was just different.
There's a lot of rolling
robots,
and action.
Well, it's just robots in different places and different times.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
It's what you guys were saying earlier. Like, yeah, we'll go back to like BBS, the trailer. Like, obviously, it shows them pairing up, and it's like, yeah, we probably knew that was going to happen, but don't show it. Leave it to the viewing experience to see how
we
that
know
happens.
Prime's not gonna he's gonna appear, but don't show the money shot. Don't show one.
Like, if they take Prime out of there, Taylor might not even go see it. So, I mean, obviously he has to be there.
They have one good thing going for that. At least they didn't show Prime as evil and then show him as good again.
Hey, this is only the first trailer, though.
Shit.
We got. When does this movie come out, Taylor?
We can't jinx it.
You don't even know.
Wow.
Okay. What type of fan are you?
I would like to see more of that robot dragon. That was kind of cool. Like a nice shot of like a countryside and then a giant robot dragon flying around.
Mm.
Cool. I'll watch like a minute clip of that.
The Resident, probably one of the
from the perspective of someone who likes anime.
Yes, please. I would. Yes.
A great callback to 2 weeks ago.
Well, all you Transformers fans out there, don't worry, you got me here.
All
5 of you.
Dozens of us.
I feel like I was very kind.
You two were actually.
You guys were great. You were just holy shit.
Yeah, it's called the truth.
The
you can't handle it. Somebody stirred the fire.
All right,
it's
so
Michael Bay.
from the fanboy perspective.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I liked all 4 of the other ones. I
thought there was 5. This is the 5th?
This is the 5th one.
Oh, the 5th one, yeah.
Right.
Halfway to...
The Rise of the Unicorn.
Yeah, halfway to 10. Yeah.
Halfway.
They're doing...
halfway to 10, yeah.
Yeah, they're doing all the way up there. So
one of them is going to be Transformers.
No trilogies for them. That's just
one of them's going to be Transformers.
That's fantastic.
Valerian. That's going to be one of the planets Valerian go to.
Right.
They're going to be... Oh, Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
That's probably that planet. That when you were like...
JJ!
What was that planet?
I have an idea.
He has nothing to do with Valerian. He's like, sure, I'll listen.
Oh, there's a lot of movies. He'll be in one of them. Right?
We got Rey in there. We got Valerian. Continue to.
I like the stories of the Transformers. I don't
What
care
are
much.
the stories?
The story is just about the Autobots just trying to survive. That's what it's all about. They're
It's
just
a hard life.
Before
trying
movies.
to have a good time and survive.
Fuel prices going up. Like, oh my god, what are you gonna do? Right?
And with Trump coming in.
Oh yikes!
Not looking good.
Like over the course of all these movies, sure, like there's always more Decepticons, always that kind of thing happening. But for me, like I don't care much about the human characters. I like them. I think they're cool in there. But for me, I follow the Transformers and the Autobots throughout this whole story.
Yeah.
I feel bad for them because they're getting nowhere with what they're trying to do. They're trying so hard, and they're like holding up a wall. That's all they do. And the wall comes back down a bit. They push it back up, but they can't push it any further.
Trump just makes it bigger and bigger. Build the wall to keep Optimus Prime.
We're gonna get the Autobots to build the wall.
Yeah, with huge dinosaur dragon Autobots. And Optimus Prime is my vice president. That's why he's evil in this movie.
But like at some points throughout the film, like when an Autobot dies, like it sucks because like, I'm serious because the Autobots they're really interesting characters. They all have really, for me, I love each one of their personalities as a character.
Right.
Each one's like really serious. Some are like funny.
The one guy talks through the radio. That's pretty cool.
Bumblebee.
Yeah, Bumblebee. He's really, really cool. As for this new,
Does he still do that?
he still does it. Yeah.
They would have fixed it by
they
now.
did.
Nothing
fix it,
changes.
but people like the radio talk.
He saw the Guardians trailer. He's like, "Well, I'm putting in awesome."
So did they like have a reason for them to
It
not?
stopped working. That was their
Oh.
stopped
The
working.
great writing of the Transformers series.
Wow.
I personally, I keep his voice. I like that a lot more than using through the radio.
I think the
I
radio.
thought it
is
was cool.
cool.
When you
start
say
off
agree
with.
with us, I don't think Tyler was saying that had it. He just asked you.
It's
would
kind
you
of a
have-
gag,
I was
like,
curious if
no
they
one
had
else
like
does
an
that.
actual like reason, like a valid reason why, or if they're
You
they
kind of
just-
portrayed that
or
weird.
they
I
were
thought
just like,
you wanted-
you know what, people don't like this. We're just gonna change it back because we can.
Did his voice fit him when he got his own voice?
It was that.
I
Planet Earth guy.
can't even remember what his voice sounded like, to be honest. That was a
So
long
no,
time ago.
okay.
No, no. I just picture the radio.
Right.
Um,
You picture the radio.
The trailer overall, like I don't find myself like sure I can look at it and be like, oh, plot twist, sure Optimus Prime is bad kind of thing, but obviously that's not the question I'm asking. For me as a fan, I'm just curious, like, okay, what happens to him? Because obviously we see him go into space. Why is he just floating adrift? And these are the kind of things I want to see kind of get answered. Like, why are his eyes purple now? Like, what was he exposed to? Like, why is
Maybe
he
his
doing
light
what he's doing?
burnt out and he just he got a replacement and all I have is purple.
See,
Yep.
someone actually, that was a fan theory, something like that
cool.
too.
There you go. That was me. Transformers fan 823.
But overall, I'm excited for it. Like I'm gonna go see it. I love
Whenever
Bumblebee.
it comes out, no
Optimus
idea
Prime.
when.
Yeah, no idea.
No idea. No idea. Next year, maybe.
Looks done though.
It is
Is
next
there-
year.
Yeah,
There's
see?
only 1 month.
I know.
There's only 1 month left. They're not coming out during Star Wars. They're not
Same
Assassin's
day
Creed.
as Assassin's Creed.
Taylor's
Taylor's like,
no.
my life is over.
I have a question on the plot of Transformers while we're on the topic. So, okay, there's that one block that like creates robot life, right?
The cube. Yeah.
Yeah, the cube. Is just called the cube?
The Allspark.
That's
The
one.
Allspark.
The
So-
Allspark.
I remember like the original plot was like the Allspark was the Earth, and the Autobots wanted to like recreate their world and make more Autobots, and the Decepticons wanted to get it to like make more evil guys, right? And then that got destroyed. And then after that, it's just the Decepticons trying to kill the Autobots.
No.
No, there's more to it.
There's more to
Because
it.
I feel like it's just the Autobots just want to.
You forgot Mark Wahlberg.
They just want to live on Earth and just like do
He's
their
a
own thing
mechanic.
there, and then the Decepticons keep throwing movie after movie of bad people at them, and it's
A lot
just
of bad
like
guys.
That's
a
where
lot
it
of bad
gets,
guys. And
yeah.
it's like I feel like the Decepticons could be like, you know what, you just have that planet. We can take the rest of the universe. Because at this point, I feel like the Decepticons won the war, and like they have this whole universe to just do whatever the fuck they want, and the Autobots are just chilling, and they just keep throwing like all these things that they have to make all these movies about.
They just want Optimus. That's where they're going. And Megatron, he hates Earth because he was trapped there
Isn't
for so
Megatron
long.
dead?
He's back.
How many times has he actually come back in the series?
1, 2,
Yeah, every
3.
How many movies is there again?
every time I talk to somebody, they're like, "Oh, Megatron's coming back." I'm like, what the
Starscream's still alive.
No, he died.
I don't
He
know
can't
who
die. He doesn't need part of the Allspark in him.
No, he died.
Spoilers.
I thought the lore was that Starscream could never die.
No, he died.
Why?
Shia killed him.
Shia.
No.
Shia surprise.
Okay.
Are we ready to
I've
move
had
on
enough.
from this
I'm
train
ready to
wreck?
more
move on.
questions?
No, I've been devastated.
So you won't be seeing this?
No.
Oh.
Well, a movie that also had a very unique trailer
Very unique.
Tom Cruise's The Mummy, a reboot of countless films.
Co-starring Bruce Cruz.
I didn't see him in there, but
He's the son double.
this is the kickoff of Universal's new new monster cinematic universe. If you have not heard, they're going to be doing a bunch of monster movies, and then they're going to have a movie where they
movies.
Yeah, so they're doing a Frankenstein movie. They're doing a Dracula movie. They're doing there's one other a Wolfman one. They're doing an Invisible Man one. Johnny Depp's playing the Invisible Man. Russell Crowe's playing Dr. Jekyll.
How would we know if it's Johnny Depp or not?
What? Well, he'll start as Johnny Depp, and then he'll probably just do his voice. And then Javier Bardem's going to be Frankenstein's monster. There's rumors that Angelina Jolie might be Frankenstein's wife or the bride.
That's a lot of movies.
They're going to be doing all these movies, and they're going to. I don't know why they're going to team up because they're monsters. It doesn't make much sense. But this is the kickoff of it. Taylor, what did you feel about this trailer of this reboot franchise? Did you like it, or did he make you aching for Brandon Fraser?
You know, I won't lie. I was kind of craving the Brendan Fraser throughout this trailer.
Fraser. I miss that guy.
Like I want to watch the first one now again because Brendan Fraser's solid.
What's your problem with those 2 and 3?
3 wasn't.
3's awful.
Yeah, no,
3's bad.
The only thing I liked in there was Jet Li because Jet Li's. I love Jet Li. Other than that,
honestly, I didn't. I got half an hour through and I didn't watch.
You didn't miss much.
And I want to because I love Brendan Fraser, but they recast his wife and they just expect you not to notice.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But the trailer overall, I don't know. It didn't have that mummy feeling for me. It was cool to see Tom Cruise on there because I mean. Why not?
I feel like you can say that about a lot of trailers.
Once again, I was getting the X-Men Apocalypse vibe from this one.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
I feel like the part where it did feel like the mummy was the first 30 seconds where they all kept looking at the coffin.
Yes.
It looked like someone was going to have the coffin. And then after that, it kind of faltered. And it's like a weird trend. And the reason Tom Cruise is in there, if you're going to start a universe, you need like a big star, right? And they also want this to be a big hit. Their plan was to do this with Dracula Untold, but that bombed. So they got to get a big star in there. If you want a big star, Tom Cruise is someone to go to. He's a great actor, so...
Yeah, no, I don't have a problem. I'm excited to see what he can do with it. But you are right. Like, the first scene, that really felt mummy-like when they're looking at the top of the plane and started to get a little topsy-turvy and all that stuff.
Ooh, topsy-turvy. You know, in the business, they call it turbulence.
Ooh. Turbulence.
We're experiencing some topsy-turvy up here.
But after that, I just felt like, for me, it went a little bit downhill. I didn't find the mummy to be really mummy-like, to be honest. Like, it just seemed
more
like...
a witch.
And remember
like Enchantress.
Yeah, that's perfect way to sum it up.
That's not getting me good vibes.
Like when
she's back.
She's going like this. I just the Suicide Squad kind of feel that whole ending there. I'm waiting for Jared Leto and Harley Quinn to pop out around the corner.
That's a good thing for you though. You gave the movie a 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
I gave that movie, but this is an Enchantress. That's the downside.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Imagine in the middle, Tom Cruise is like, we need to make a team. Need to make a squad. And then they just come in and Croc is there for Taylor.
Well, there's that underwater scene with the coffin. So.
There you go.
This is Katana.
This is Katana. She'll take the mummy's soul with her sword. She's perfect.
And you'll never see her.
Yeah.
It just it didn't do it for me. But I mean, I gotta see maybe another trailer. Like, I don't know. The Mummy doesn't have that feel like Mummy. The original one had that Egyptian kind of.
Are you talking about the Brendan Fraser one? Or
the Brendan Fraser.
Okay, that's not the original. The original is like a 60-year-old movie. It's black and white.
Yeah,
that's why I was just checking.
Yeah.
I was just making sure to see.
No. I mean, Brendan Fraser, like, it had that Egyptian very, it felt like a mummy kind of, it had the atmosphere for it. This one, like, even the tone of the trailer, I don't know, like, it just felt different. It didn't feel...
You guys can
too
answer
modern.
this, and I'll pose it to you as well. My problem is I think it feels almost too action-y, and that's the thing where it's like the Brendan Fraser ones had that balance of like kind of archaeology and mythology and mysterious stuff, but then there was action where there needed to be. Like he'd pull out his 2 guns and shoot mummies, and that was cool. But there was still like this like kind of horror, like adventurous aspect, and I don't...
Definitely doesn't seem like a horror movie. Yeah.
No, like they did it a couple times. Like when he comes out of that body bag and they do the scare. Dylan, you jumped a little, but that was supposed to be like a scare. But I feel like they're gonna just have jump scares.
It was just loud.
Yeah,
it wasn't
Fair
that scary.
Like the moment that switched for me in the trailer was the plane's going like that, and the second they like went to the side and he like pulled that girl's like parachute. That's when it switched for me. Like, oh, that felt really like cheesy, actiony, and that like it could still be good, but it's not exactly what I wanted. But is that what you made me feel, or is it just something?
I feel that I'd want it to be more like the archaeologist.
I tried. I butchered it.
that with
scientists, which
with
will never be
with the shooting and that sort of thing. Like
so, Uncharted.
The shooting.
Uncharted. Perfect.
The Mummy is really an Uncharted movie.
I've never seen any of the Mummy movies, but
Oh, you gotta write that down for the bloopers episode.
Why?
Well, because remember I told you in the list of the bloopers in 2 weeks, there's a list of all the movies you haven't seen that I've accumulated on the cast.
Okay, well...
Time code, 37 minutes.
I don't think The Mummy is one that is like a must-see, though, is it?
The first one, I think,
is. That considered
the first one is really, really good.
I know I've seen it, but I don't know if I'm thinking of the right movie in my head.
Then you're the same
one. There's the second one, The Mummy, the Scorpion King.
Is there one
Rock.
where it's
which is great. That one's great. It's not as good as the first one, but
that's CGI.
Have you ever seen it? The Rock literally is a human scorpion. Like he has like legs. We gotta do a movie night and watch them two back to back. Yeah, he's a human scorpion and he has the CGI is awful. Like they were not ready in 2001 for this movie. But then The Rock got his own movie. Then they spun off and made the Scorpion King movie, which is awesome.
And it's got like 5 sequels.
And that's 5 straight movie sequels. Yeah, Drax is in one of them. Batista. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna movie night. Geek versus retrospective.
Is that in this universe? I feel like.
Wow.
I guarantee you, while you talk, I'm gonna find out when the last one came out. It's easily like 2 weeks
I'll finish my thought then. What I was gonna say is, I haven't seen the original Mummy, but I really do like the theme of ancient Egypt. I think it's very, very, very cool, and so I'm a little disappointed that it's, just like some witch who's like not even cool looking. She looks kind of lame, if you ask me.
I liked the eye thing. I thought that was cool when her pupils like separated.
Yeah, but I didn't like her like tattoos and stuff. I thought that was pretty strange.
I swear I saw...
And the movie looked very dull. Like, it just, color-wise, it was very
Did you see that she had mummy tattooed on her forehead?
Damage. I mean, I think you can go for the dull vibe for this kind of movie, but since everything takes place, like, during the day, from the trailer at least, it just doesn't fit. Like, it would work if it was, like, at night and there was some scary shit going on, but... I don't know, it just seems like I don't know if I like the theme, I guess.
Yeah.
Or the tone.
Yeah. Now, was the first movie, did it have at one point a flesh-eating beetle that crawls into
Yes, that's one of the best, one of the best parts of the movie.
Okay, I definitely was thinking of the right movie.
So good.
Classic. I don't like how they're trying to make it seem like it's about the end of the world. You know?
To that benefit, the Brendan Fraser one was about the end of the world, though, too, right? Because
it's like...
I guess I'm fine. I don't know.
It wasn't directly on that big of a scale. I feel like everything was still kind of...
It wasn't, but that was his goal, was trying to be, right?
I know,
where this does look like he's...
Well, with her, she's walking down the street and the building...
Yeah, like... I feel like that doesn't have a place.
That's a Mummy movie in 2016.
Like, it's too big scale to be scary.
Did we just watch the Transformers trailer twice or something?
I'd easily watch this.
No, I find it's way too big of a scale to, like, be scary. Like, it needs to be, like, smaller and, like, people need to feel more, like, trapped in this area, I guess. And, like, I don't know what I think you guys know what I'm getting.
The Mummy's not, like, creepy and not...
It doesn't seem scary or, like, thrilling in any way. It just seems like they're gonna make it, like, an action film, as you said.
Yeah.
And that, like, I feel like that's not the point of The Mummy.
Yeah.
Like, it's supposed to be, like, smaller, like, the archaeology, and they're going and, like, digging through tombs and stuff. And
I can say it.
Dark rooms, and, you know, spider webs, beetles, and...
Beetles?
Sand.
An old bug.
See, the old
ancient civilization.
Like,
but sand's coarse and rough, though,
like
and it gets everywhere.
I heard.
What was I going to say? The last point I had for the trailer, I just thought it ended really awkwardly too. Like WrestleCrow comes up and he's like, "Oh, she's here to like claim what she wants back," and she does like a hand movement, and it felt like they're like, "Okay, this one they're gonna tell you more of like some of the story," and then literally just ends and it's like the Mummy. And I was like, it was really jarring for me. Like I feel like the trailer is just kind of like poorly edited too. Like I don't know. To update you, there's 4 Scorpion King movies. The last one came out in 2015, so last year.
Netflix
got
Oh my
goodness.
The main star was Lou Ferrigno, who was the very first Hulk back in
So
the
The
day.
Rock isn't starring in it anymore?
No, these are all straight to DVDs.
Oh,
Yeah, so
classic.
yeah, we'll do a retrospective in the near future.
Okay.
To ask another question, how do you guys feel about this whole idea of like a monster universe, cinematic universe, like a Marvel, like a DC? How do you feel about that? Tyler shaking his head.
I don't like it.
How come? Why? What is it?
Again, it takes away from the fact that it's scary. You know, like because a huge part of like the fear is not knowing what it is that's trying to kill you or like what's going on exactly. Like that sense of mystery and just like as soon as you know everything that's going on, it's just like, oh well, it's not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact and like we're all gonna know all about all these monsters who I assume are gonna be villains in a way.
I don't know because it's
or are the monsters now the good guys?
Well, that's my initial problem.
They're not monsters.
Well, that's my initial
like
problem that I don't understand. Like, what do they fight and like who rounds up the thing? Like, I don't want to be. I'm not meaning this like to take a shot, but I don't want to be in a squad where it's like, oh, these are bad guys, but they're still kind of good. You know, like they're not that bad. Where it's like. When you have like Frankenstein's monster, the Wolf Man, and like the Mummy, which obviously that's why I guess like will Tom Cruise? I think he's gonna be the guy that rounds up all these monsters and be like, oh, you guys should work together to take down what I don't know. I don't know what I don't. Yeah. It looks like they're doing that in this movie. Like I feel like you have all these monsters. Like I would almost like it if they got. Like, they have Russell Crowe playing and there's Dr. Jekyll and Hyde, you know, and they have all these big actors. I like if they had, like, a bunch of actors being on, like, a team, and each film was maybe them, like, taking down these monsters or stuff like that, you know? And then maybe the monsters teamed up to take them out because they kept losing. I just don't see how we get the monsters teaming up. Like, I don't... Like, with the comics, like, there's clearly an end goal. Yeah. Like, there's years of, like, oh, there's a Thanos, there's a Doctor Doom. Like, this I don't know... Like, the Wolfman is the villain, so who is he, like, supposed to go fight? Mm-hmm. I really don't know.
Now,
Suicide Squad, you know, one of them turns bad, and then one of them turns extra bad.
You're probably right. There's probably going to be someone on the team, and it'll be, like, which one? I feel like the Mummy would be the one, but she's in this movie, unless she survives.
Is it, like, said that they're going to come together and fight together and be on a
team? Say a cinematic universe, but I don't think they've officially been like, oh, 2020 the movie's happening, but I think that's their plan is to do a solo movie. Have they said that
they're on a team?
They've not said team. They've just said there'll be, like, a movie.
They could all have their own, like, cults,
yeah.
And they're trying to all take control of the world, and they all fight a war against, like, a huge war.
That's fair enough. They've not said team up
That's, like, the one way I could see it, like, being, like, oh, okay, that's not bad.
But then how do you do a sequel to that?
You don't.
But they want to do a sequel. I'm thinking of like how a studio... Yeah, they'll figure it out.
They always do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know what? I'm not really opposed to this. I'm kind of excited to see what they do with it, you know?
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah. I think this could be a good opportunity for us. You know, maybe they'll tune into our podcast from last year, Geek Versus, where we did a bunch of horror icons.
True.
They'll be like, wow, these guys know how to, you know, script some battles. Let's get them on board.
We did not script any of those battles.
Well, the point is we could, because we can think logically, but, you know, and the fight would go on.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
We're going to have to do a rematch round when that movie comes out, I think. Have like a Halloween Icons part.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like a strange thing to have a cinematic universe for, definitely. But, I mean, I'm not really opposed to it. I think we just kind of have to wait and see what they really plan to do with it, you know?
Mm-hmm. Taylor, how do you feel about these monsters?
Well, I mean, I'm not opposed to having a bunch of monsters come together in a film. Like, I love the film Van Helsing.
Sounds like your forte, to be honest.
I love the film Van Helsing. That had Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, Dracula, Frankenstein,
Hugh Jackman,
Wolf.
That was a great film.
It was
when I saw it when I was little.
Oh, have you seen it since?
Still
yes, I saw the first hour and I was like,
and your opinion's changed.
Yes.
Still holds up, Hugh Jackman.
Taylor.
But you know, I mean, that was like another day and age. I'm sure, like this time around, they can.
But the thing is, it's like they had all those monsters, and they were parts of the story, but they weren't coming together.
Yeah,
they were all sort of separate parts aside from the werewolf and Dracula, and those clashed well because.
Wolf and vampire.
Yeah, exactly. But like all the other parts were just kind of side story sort of thing.
Well, I mean, we don't know how they're going to team up.
I know, but
I just think they
even
will because
clashing
like when you think
together.
about sequel, I guarantee the movie will just. I think it honestly might just be called like Monsters. I won't even be surprised if the team up just called Monsters.
Monsters Corp.
Is that too close to Monsters Inc. though? Or is there going to be a confusion?
It's true.
there?
It's true.
I'll have to wait and see what they do. I could, as you said, I could see like the wolf and Dracula kind of being hand in hand there. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to seeing like the wolf and Dracula versus Frankenstein and the Mummy or something like that. That'd be kind of cool. But I mean,
fantastic monsters and where to find them.
yeah, there's gonna be a sequel, obviously.
Well, obviously we got to see how this movie does. Because if this movie comes out and bombs, there's no sequel.
Well, so much for those 10 films we had planned.
Yeah. Well, we still got those 999 Valerian movies to find out. Yep.
There you go.
Speaking of movies that aren't going to bomb, Star Wars, we talked about a couple weeks ago, we're going to talk about again. There is a rumor, someone said that may have some knowledge, whatnot. Taylor and I talked about this a little bit. They said that there's not plans for an Obi Wan film right now because apparently the sagas aren't done with him. Now, this is kind of a two-for question. One, do you think in him, like 8 and 9, how would you like to see him used? Would it be a Force Ghost or a flashback?
Like the main episodes?
Yes, the saga films. So that's why they say that there'll be important information. And to me, if that rumor's true, does that pretty much... It's been a year out since we saw Force Awakens. Do you guys have any feelings on Rey's lineage? After it's been a year to fester on it. We got another year to fester on it. But, like, lots of people, and I think including myself, like, I'll start, I think... If that was true, these rumors going around, I think either she's a daughter of Obi-Wan or a granddaughter. Like, it seems to make sense of them being like... Because then, what a perfect way to kind of set up an Obi-Wan movie, right, too? Because you could kind of see the origins of Rey or Rey's mother, whatever. So, I feel like there could be some truth to it, and I kind of hope that I don't know if I want him as a Force Ghost, because we have an awkwardness of, in the originals, as a Force Ghost, he was an old man. But then, do we see Ewan McGregor younger as a Force Ghost? It's that weird, like, Anakin thing
it's the
again.
Christian
Yeah, like,
thing.
I don't like that. I like when they died, so it's like, I don't want that. I hope if we see Obi-Wan, it's with voices or, like, a flashback, and you can use Ewan, like, older. So, that's what I was thinking.
Cool. I have no theories.
Okay.
I'll just toss it off to you guys.
Okay.
If Rey was related to Obi-Wan would have to be like her grandfather.
That's what people are saying. Yeah, that would be.
I don't think
because the ages don't really match up.
Yeah, if he was just her father,
she'd be Luke's age, because like Obi-Wan was an old man by the time Luke was.
Well, no, she'd be younger than Luke.
She'd still be like in her.
Well, I guess we gotta
50s.
wonder when he had that.
She's potentially Luke's daughter, right?
Yeah, that's a
potentially.
theory,
Yeah, like I mean, if you look at how old Obi-Wan was at the time of Episode 3, like Anakin was like, or Luke was like still really young, and he was like, how old do you think he was?
Who, Anakin?
No, Obi-Wan.
In the first 3?
In the third movie.
Probably late 30s by the time.
Late 30s. So that doesn't really give him, like, if he does have a kid, it's gonna be only like what, a couple years under Luke's age.
Yeah.
And Rey is definitely not a couple years under.
Yeah.
So then, if it is the granddaughter, I mean, I still don't know if that's spaced out enough, really, because I feel like
What if his Force Ghost got on with Shmi or something?
Shmi, yeah.
Keep her t-shirts, go get him.
Force.
What were you saying? It's too spaced out.
I think it's too like I think she would be old. Rey would be much
hey man,
older
those space
still.
sticks, they do some crazy shit to you.
Death sticks.
Death sticks.
Like some death sticks.
But what do you mean it's too spaced out?
I think she would be older still if she was the granddaughter.
Not really, because if Obi-Wan has a kid in that time frame, and then what isn't it a 30-year jump between 6 and 7? So that parent could be somewhere in their 30s, 40s. They could already have a kid.
They could work it out somehow. I mean,
Yeah.
they've got lots of people thinking about it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be at all surprised if they dropped it, said your name is Rey Kenobi. I think that has a nice ring to
Kenobi.
it. I think that sounds really cool.
I
I
actually
wouldn't
don't think it has a
surprised.
good ring to it, but okay.
Yeah,
I think it would
Rey
be very
Kenobi.
with
cool.
Travis on that one.
I think that to continue his lineage, whatever. I mean, But I mean, I would much more enjoy it, even though it is probably very predictable, to be Rey Skywalker.
So you're more in the Rey Skywalker camp.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like it's there. She's either, but if I had to choose, I feel like I would lean towards Skywalker.
Choose as far as what you think or what you want.
What I think.
Okay, and what would you want?
What
I'm
I
in the.
want?
I think I'd
I'd
want to be
Kenobi.
Obi-Wan, but I think they'll still go with Skywalker. Lots of people do not. They think 100% she's not Skywalker's kid, but I just feel like they always like to follow Skywalker. That's the way they go. So. I just don't. I just think everyone keeps going like, oh, it's too obvious for her to be a Skywalker, and that's why I just kind of feel like they'll probably do it. Like it's Star Wars. Like they tell great stories, but they take a couple routes to make it kind of cheesy or generic at times, you know. So like those rumors of like if they're true of like Finn being Lando's son, it's like out of all the people the Empire took, they took Lando's son, you know. Like Star Wars does that all the time. So there's a theory going around too that she might be the Emperor's daughter, which actually I'd want the most out of every option. That'd be so fucking sick if she's the Emperor's daughter.
That'd be cool, but then I can't see the Emperor really getting it on with anyone.
Not by
He doesn't need to.
Yeah, he could just
He's the
create
Emperor.
life.
I mean,
Remember,
look at-
Anakin was
Look
just,
at Anakin, and then
well, even though we know
look at
Shmi's
Luke.
lying. Shmi
Well,
said,
Shmi gets around.
Yeah, Shmi said, oh yeah, I just
Rey is
woke up.
probably Shmi's daughter. For real.
Shmi said, I just woke up and I was pregnant. No. We know what's going on there with those sand people. But, no, I love
It gets
the...
everywhere.
Whoa.
I love the Emperor thing too. Yeah, it gets everywhere.
Oh.
That's a new shirt in the future.
That's a good one.
The reason I like the Emperor one is because it would almost be a reason for them to like drop her off and keep her hidden, and I just like that because there is a part of me that does want Rey to end up being on the dark side when this trilogy ends. Like I think they should do something not generic and just have her hero. If she were to be, if episode 9 ended with her being the dark side new villain, and then you had to wait 10 years to see what happened. Oh,
I would wait 10 years.
I would
it'd be
wait.
so good, but I just feel like she'll just be like, oh, she's
That would be a
Good,
great.
right?